What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Good to see you this morning. All right, so just like that, the market is recovering. You love to see it, guys. Now, listen, I did 3 videos yesterday telling you guys everything was going to be fine, the market was going to rebound. And you had all of these people in the comment section and stuff, and they're like, I said that Bitcoin had dumped. I pointed out 10 times in the last parabolic phase of the last bull run, 10 times that Bitcoin crashed or retraced between 11% and like 38%, right? And people were trying to roast me in the comments saying, yeah, but you're only talking about Bitcoin. You're not talking about altcoins. Altcoins are dumping harder. And I said, yes, but just like in 2021, altcoins dumped harder than Bitcoin back then, just like they are now. So that argument doesn't make any sense, right? And as I said, altcoins also recover harder than Bitcoin does, right? So I'm going to show you. So right now, just give you a little example. Bitcoin has recovered 1.8%, which is a lot more than you think it is, and I'll show you. We've uh, completely overtaken the yesterday's red candle. So Bitcoin's recovered 1.8%, right? So yesterday, everyone was complaining, well, alts are taking a bigger hit than Bitcoin. Okay, well, alts now are taking a bigger recovery than Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin down 1.6%, XPR 26%, ZBEC 20%, TARS AI 14.5%, C-Pool 17%, right? Let's go over to the broader market. Across the board, Toshi, Triple V, LCX, Superverse, Gala, AIOZ, Optimism, Casper, the list goes on and on and on. So everything is recovering bigger than Bitcoin did. So, I mean, guys, listen, for the people who are emotional and we're in the comment section saying, yeah, but altcoins are crashing harder. Okay, pay close attention so that you don't look foolish next time you make that, so that you don't make that kind of comment next time. Because as you can see, plain as day, clear to see, altcoins are also recovering harder than Bitcoin did, right? So you can't, it's a two-way street. There's two sides of the coin, right? So try not to be so toxic, man, right? Try to understand. And I pointed out yesterday as well in the charts, I said, point out one time in the history of any utility project or Bitcoin itself where the chart had a correction and didn't recover, right? It's absurd. It's absurd to be upset and freak out and stuff like that because it always recovers, always, right? And the people who realize that, and the people who DCA, all the people on the Patreon, I know for a fact, were DCAing down here when Bitcoin had dropped down to like $98,100 and alts were smashed. We were accumulating like crazy, and guess what? Now we're up very big today, right? Because we didn't act on emotion, we didn't panic, we didn't act foolish, we didn't let the negativity and toxic comments and all that kind of stuff weigh us down from our mission. And now the people who thought logically, the people who thought strategically have made money today. It's that simple, right? And I'm trying to use this as a teaching moment for people to see. If you get like that every single time we see that a larger correction, and I say larger correction, but I mean really, guys, like I said, I showed you guys corrections in the last cycle, 10 of them that ranged from 11% to 40%. This one was like, even at the peak down at the wick, it was only 6.41%. But going back up to where it closed, it only corrected 3.83%, and people were freaking out. I said yesterday, just imagine for 1 second if Bitcoin had continued on this correction more than 6% and had corrected like 20 to 25 like we saw in the 2021 cycle. That cycle that everyone says was so much easier than this one and there was no corrections. Like I said, guys, imagine, so if you will, let's go real brief and have a look, right? Imagine, if you will, go back in time, and we see one of these corrections here, one of these corrections today. We saw a 6% correction, and people lost their minds yesterday. Look at these corrections in the 2021 cycle: 24%, 22, 16, 23, 38, 13, 22, 11, 16, and 15. Imagine if we had a solid 22, 23% correction, not just a 6% correction. Do you see how people overreact? You had YouTubers talking about a bear market, for crying out loud. It was absurd yesterday. It was truly absurd, right? And I understand that people, newer people to crypto, they get a pass, okay? Because they're new. They don't know this stuff. And they're scared when they see that drop. Plus you combine people who should know better making videos on X and YouTube talking about a bear market and scaring these people even more, so they get a pass because they're really kind of victims of people that should have known better in the first place, right? But if you are new to crypto and you've experienced this, you've saw that correction, and now you're witnessing the rebound of that correction, okay? What I would say to you is, remember this. Find a way to remember this so that the next time it happens, you understand and you're prepared, you're ready for it. It doesn't rock the foundation of your beliefs and your investments, right? So that's why you got to be strong, guys. You got to be strong. You cannot invest. Oh, sorry. I just realized I was showing bubbles while I was showing you guys. Well, I thought I was showing you here. This is what I was talking about, okay? Look, 24, 22, 16, 23, 38, 13, 22. So that's what I was showing you guys anyway. Sorry about that. But so the point remains the same, right? Everyone gets emotional. Do not respond to those emotions, though, when it comes to investing, right? Even I get emotional in this space. Everyone, all the YouTubers and investors that have been around in crypto for years, like I have, that have been around for multiple cycles, we can all talk about, like, don't get emotional. We're all emotional. I'm emotional. I get frustrated and stuff like that too. But it's how we respond to those emotions, the actions that we take in regards to our portfolio, and how we conduct ourselves online is what determines how successful or how much of a failure we will be when it comes to this space. If you're one of those people who's jumping around in comment sections, being toxic and scared and spreading fear and trying to take everyone down with you like the Titanic or something, arguing with people that are telling you it's going to be okay and all that kind of stuff, if you're one of those people, and then as soon as things turn around like today, all of a sudden you're whisper quiet and nobody hears anything from you, right? I literally had somebody arguing with me not 2 days ago, was angry with me, right? And disagreeing with me and stuff. And then now all of a sudden it's in Rob We Trust. Right? Like, you see what I'm saying, guys? Don't act on emotion. You cannot do that if you want to be successful in this space, right? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, guys, right? So you have to learn how to control yourself. And the scary thing about it is, when people are acting that way, when they are emotional and they are responding that way, they think they're completely lucid. They think they're not acting on emotion at all. They're sitting there making comments like, I'm only calling it like I see it, right? I'm not being emotional. No, you are being emotional, right? You're being argumentative, you're being negative and toxic, and every positive rebuttal that you receive, you argue, right? For a negative response, right? If this is you, how? And this is a rhetorical question. If this is you, if you behave this way, I have to ask this question rhetorically to you, and I want you to think about the answer to it yourself. How do you ever expect to succeed in this space and become a multimillionaire and a successful investor here, and that's how you're behaving, and that's your thought process every time you see some sort of a correction? Do you really, honestly, again, rhetorical, you need to look inward on this. I'm trying to help you here, right? This is a moment of reflection. Do you really think you're going to be successful in this space and become wealthy by acting that way, by acting emotionally with anger and being toxic. You know, answer that question for yourself. Do you see, I don't know, do you see some of the most successful investors in the world online posting negative comments and arguing with people and being toxic? Probably not, right? Probably not. So why are you doing it if this is you, right? Or why, even if you're not making toxic comments, if you're just allowing your emotions to overcome you, do you think that's going to lead to success? And again, rhetorical question, you know, you really need to think about the answer to that question. Do you think that that's going to lead to success? If your answer is no, you have to do something about it, or you're not going to succeed, right? The people who buy on days like yesterday, and the people who act on logic and strategy are the winners in this space every time, every single time, right? We've had an absolutely gorgeous rebound, and it's getting better. XPR is now up 30%, ZBEX up 21%. It's continuing to climb its way up. I'm excited about it, guys. Hopefully you guys are excited about it too. Really quick before we go, guys, shout out to the channel sponsor, Descent Biometric Wallet. Get yourselves ones today by using our link down below. And listen, this is the important thing, guys. If you are emotional, if you have gone through a roller coaster of emotions over the last 2 days, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, if you panic sold and now you have to buy in at higher prices, get over to the Patreon. We have a community of thousands of people that are there to help you through these times, right? We have been through multiple bull runs, and we can help you. We have a mentorship program over there. We have mentorship coaching calls we do every day. We have a live stream we also do every day. We drop educational content. We have a supportive system in place to help you succeed in this space. So if that's what you need, if that's what you're looking for, even if you think you've got it under control, you probably don't. Join the community, guys. The link is down below. We'd love to have you join. Again, there's thousands of us. There's 8 different chat rooms. Whenever you're feeling some kind of way, emotional or panicky, or you're wondering, should I sell this and buy back in later, whatever it is, you can hop into the chats over there and have conversation with like-minded people who can help you figure it out, right? Instead of hopping over on X and seeing all the negativity and the fear and stuff being spread, join a community of supportive people who are going to help guide you through this, guys, right? The point is that we've been here for multiple cycles, and we've made every mistake there is to make in the past, and we're here to help you make sure you don't repeat those mistakes. Learn from our mistakes, okay? Learn from our experience and learn how to do this properly, guys. The link is down below in the description. Once again, click like if you like this video, click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.